Hey guys, I hope everyone's doing well. Happy holidays. Putting this out because I've been putting it off for some time, but I am finally making a video on how to spray paint like me. Obviously, I usually spray paint my gear multicam or avoid the snake skin patterns. I've done them in the past. I just a little OCD. Always like the way multicam looks, so call me a loser. Anyways, I figured I just gotta kind of mash up all the information I usually give away in like messages, so it's all in one area and you have a video to refer to if you're painting. I'm painting a couple things that are kind of harder to paint today. I always find these kind of a pain in the butt, more circular objects, you know, warm and fuzzies and stuff like that. But some sheaths, light, and CTR riser. So these are all black on my gun, and you know, want to make sure that we have some color on there. So to start, I always, for the most part, use either krylon or rustoleum camo paints. The only part where I get really picky, you know, I actually don't have any of the light green from rustoleum, but krylon's light green is a lot better. It blends more to multicam. Might be hard to pick it up on the camera. I'll close everything up later on once I'm done with this, but hopefully it only takes a couple minutes and you guys can follow along if you're at home. For this project though, you'll need a dark green krylon. You must have this if you want to do the multicam. But the krylon camo series spray paint, I think Airvo makes something really similar. I don't ever feel like tracking down Airvo, so I use krylon. I just find it at Lowe's or Home Depot. Typically Lowe's has this stuff. Home Depot is good for rustoleum and krylon, but if you go to Home Depot and expect to find krylon camo stuff, it's hit or miss, at least down here where I live. Start things off, everything always gets a really good, never be a bartender, light tan base coat. So we just go over, maybe some of you guys have tagged in the past and are cringing right now because I am literally tagging or doing this top coat like super close to the items, and so oh no, it's gonna get all chunky and stuff. And to you, all I have to say is you're gonna use this stuff, it's gonna flake off. It's, you know, I'm surprised that multi-cam paint, I haven't redone that, it's been like 2 years, but you know, it's gonna stay on there, or it's gonna come off, and usually if it's gunked up, it'll just slide off real easy. So get that light tan coat, just gave it my autograph or thumbprint. But you know, you're not trying to overthink this, especially on the lighter base coat down here. You know, if something's black, we're trying to make sure that it's no longer as black as it was before. As you can see, like, you're probably gonna have to come at it a couple different angles, and I'll isolate these things so we can not have the shadows casting. I've got a fence in front of me, so it's gonna add a little bit of shadows here, but as you can see, you're shooting for that. So this was black before, had some of my old camo face paint on there that just kind of smeared on there, but I didn't clean it. I'm lazy. You can be lazy too and still get a cool paint job. Second step, really this should have been done pre-operation or mentioned beforehand. I think my dog's roaming around in the side yard, so I'm gonna have to go get her here in a second. Doing it live, no edits, but making a couple little shapes. The bunny, I like to call it, little dots, little blobs, little shapes. But basically all I do here, another bunny for you guys, hopefully these are showing up on the camera. What we're looking to do here basically is just make a bunch of different shapes that we can add together, or in isolation cause the same effect that multicam has, which is like these macro shapes and these also micro shapes. I'm no camo expert, I'm no PhD in camo sciences, and I sure as heck don't have any degree in anything like this, but this is kind of how I've always approached it. Even funnier is I actually don't know what color is what here, so let me get a good idea here. Spray it down a bit. We got a dark green here. What I'm looking for here actually though is my light green. The reason why is I kind of avoid having my dark colors, my dark green and dark browns especially, as more macro shapes. I have no clue if that's wrong when it comes to camo science. I could be totally off, but this blends really well with multicam and into fauna as well, so I usually don't overthink it. Good thing to note here is actually to flip this. It's black on the other side. So as you can see, don't overthink it. It's really short. I'm just dusting the crap out of it, and whew, we'll go back over with some other colors here, so it doesn't really matter too much. But as you saw, I showed you guys the micro shapes. Now here I've just cut, you can see kind of like almost like some cow patterns in the corners. And these are actually just USPS envelopes, the paper ones. You can get these for free if you guys are shipping stuff, and just grab a bunch and start cutting and tracing and drawing. I can do a video maybe on the micro shapes, cutting them out, but it's really easy. You know, it can be frustrating, but it is what it is. So we'll start with the easiest shape here, which is the sheath. Funny enough, I just painted it, so it's probably not my best idea. So let me make sure you can see that light green right there is pretty distinct. I like it. So what I'll do really is I just come over it. I'm just looking to create big waves. Oops, I just sprayed my pants. Go in there, looking to just create some shapes. And don't be afraid to, you know, mess up. You can always spray over. It's really no big deal. What you see is I did going one way, zigzag the other way. If you guys have watched Generation Kill, you know, the back and forth reporter moves. It actually works in this instance. So the second part, just looking to create some lines. We're going to break this up actually with our micro shapes, and then we can add some more of the light green where we feel like it's necessary, and maybe add some dark green and dark brown over to contrast. The reason why I like using these paper envelopes too is they're a little bit thicker than regular paper, and you can bend them and they'll flex back into shape. Especially like this too, because it's rigid enough that it won't fold when you spray it. It won't cave on you. You get like probably 5 or 6 uses out of these, and then they're cooked. But you can fold these over and use them a couple times. Just make sure you let them dry sufficiently. I'll do the CTR riser now. So I'm not really too much of a stickler about camo pattern consistency, at least. I'm just looking to get more or less the same effect I had on there earlier. So I'll just go back over, you know. And this is good practice when you're doing like stocks or anything like that. You're gonna run into things where you're like, oh shoot, like I didn't get the top of my stock, and now it's like just all bright tan on the top. You know, rotate your items, let them dry for a second, float them over, figure out what is what. See here, I'm like, I don't even need the shape, I just hit it up real quick. And so I'm just getting some light green on there. Really easy. If you need something to prop it up, spray caps right there. Really easy. Oh, that's okay. Just like, maybe this is the move. There we go. Problem solving. And then just, you know, real easy. Nothing crazy. You're really just trying to break up that tan. Put some light green in there. You know, nothing crazy. So I just do that, and it's, you know, it's honestly really straightforward. Don't try to overthink it. The more you like panic about like, oh, it's not gonna look perfect, that's where you start to run into like, you got 6 coats of paint on your piece, and you're like, oh shoot, man, it looks all terrible. So, you know, I just grabbed this by hand and painted over some of it. Some is gonna look a little bit darker, some is gonna look a bit lighter, but getting the effect we're looking for here. Next is my light. This one's gonna be a little bit trickier. Probably prop this guy up here on this cap. Make it easy peasy. Sorry for the dogs in the background. There you go. And then just some spray right there. Nothing crazy. Just trying to break up the shape. It's just 2 colors right now. You know, some people can do fine with just 3. It's really not a rocket science. There is no formula. It's just, you know, go with the flow, man. See what works for you and your colors, and you know, if it doesn't work, like, always repaint it. Stitch a strip is really good for stripping down your gear. Let me get the other side of this sheet real quick while we're on the light green here. what my neighbor's dogs are, right? I don't know what's going on. So mine's not going off, so I should probably check on her. But yeah, this is the end of step 2, I guess, which is these macro shapes. Next is very similar to the gun here. We're gonna get some dark greens, dark browns, and then actually a light tan again. That's what really helps seal the deal and bring everything together here. So hopefully we're still in frame here. Keep doing my best. And now, gotta take off my shades. That's my light green, excuse me. Give my dark green a good shake here. Starting to start coming in with some dark greens. And we're gonna really start to, we're shaping, let me do this. We're shaping both the, oh, I hope that wasn't my dark green just dying on me. Need you to hang in there a little bit longer, buddy. We're just looking to break up our tan, our light green, and then add the dark green. So really simple stuff. Again, it's a lot of trust the process. See what works. Maybe you want to add something that cuts through all your green. You see, have a vision. How you want to attack it. How you want to add some cool colors and stuff, man. It's really all feel. I feel comfortable with that right now. That was literally just 2 of these shapes. Maybe I'll do some bunnies on this one. Got a bunny right here. I know I'm not the best artist, so my bunnies probably don't look too hot, but just get some. Sorry if you guys see me like really shaking this guy. It's on its last leg. Probably would have paid me to pick up another dark tan. I'll add some more of these guys, these big greens. Oops. Looks like my dark greens leaving this here. I'll keep them going. He's kicked the bucket on me. No worries. Maybe another one. All good. Let that be a lesson to you guys. I have a lot of spray paint cans. So I'll just add some more shapes here. If you're dissatisfied and you want to add like some more macro, like dark green, go for it. Like, it's literally your own little paint job. Lord knows, some of you guys be painting your guns like 4 times. Oops. God, that's gonna be so infuriating watching back this thing falling over like 15 times. I refuse to edit. One cut. One cut. I don't have editing software. I'm lazy. Yeah, this is I think it's about as good as I'm gonna get it here for a sec. I'm gonna add a little. So you see, I just take 2 shapes, add them together, and get the same thing. I have no idea if any of this is on camera, so this is all off the cuff here. But some greens, dark greens. Might add a little bit more here. Make a longer connecting guy. Who knows? I'm feeling funny. I'm feeling silly. Look at that. That's pretty good. And you can see now I'm starting to kind of go, oh my gosh, I need to add 1 more, 2 more little spurts of dark green here and there. That's the fun of it, guys. It's the fun of it. It's never going to be perfect. It's always going to be personalized. It's great there. Just, talking to myself like a psycho. Got a paint job right there, a little green, a little dark green. Right on the thumb pad. It's gonna look rad. I'll do a little bunny. Hopefully the bunnies take off. I think the bunnies are cool. It's a throwback to Oscam. Dixon bunnies is what they used to call it. I think. Some Australian enjoyer who's more knowledgeable than me is gonna rip me a new one. Oi mate, it's not very accurate. We don't call it Dixon bunnies. We call it Dixon cabbage. Oh, look at that. Surprise. A little bit more fun time. A little bit more dark green. You may be asking yourself, why are you painting a knife sheath? Isn't that kind of overkill? And you would be right. Oh. Sorry. Dog's acting a bit of a fool. I don't know what she's up to. But as you can see, really simple stuff, man. It's, yeah, I mean, the sheath's really easy. As you can tell, flat objects are a lot easier than rounded ones. Hence why guns sometimes are a pain in the butt to paint, but also why I recommend using these USPS envelopes. They're really good at giving you a good stencil, like, piece. Okay, now my last color of darkness is dark brown, as you can see there. I'll do the stock piece here. Right here, all I'm looking to do is just backfill in some of the dead space that we have. I can go over the dark green, but you know what I'm really looking to do is break up some more of the lighter tan sections of what I've painted already. You know, and don't be afraid. You know, some people might get into this frame of mind where it's like, okay, everything needs to be vertical, like on your gun or whatever you're painting. It can be horizontal, you can go every way. You know, camouflage is not a linear thing. It's dynamic. It's all over the place. So, you know, don't feel scared. Just do it. So we just kind of go over and paint here, a lot of different cool shapes. Paint my dog in the background. Yeah, just. Ooh, that's a little nasty looking. Don't worry, I'm lefty, so you won't have to worry about that side. Ooh, not anymore too. I just dropped it right there. Yeah, but you're just going through here. You know, again, if you're following along at home and you're copying me one for one, I hope your stuff looks as cool as mine. I know it will. So yeah, just going over, real easy. Again, all I'm looking to do is just add some more pattern to this thing and really like make it jump out. You know, you might be looking at it and you're like, I could do it better. Probably can. I'm sort of blind right now, so you guys are probably gonna do a lot better than me. You know, this might not be my best work, but I hope it gives you guys some room to work with. See, look, I just missed that stencil completely. That's dark brown. Nothing crazy. Again, super simple, super easy. Don't overthink it. Okay, flat shape. Hopefully we redeem ourselves on this arc. Going with this dark brown right here. You can see how this starts to kind of take shape. As we go through, we just, you know, the bunnies I love because you can get 2 for 1 right there like that. It looks sick. You know, you don't gotta get it perfect the first time. Spray paint some mags. Mags are a really good thing to spray paint to figure out your process. It's also a good way to figure out if your colors are good. You know, spray paint your mags, you're gonna realize like really quick, like, oh my gosh, it looks terrible. I used the rustoleum spray cans, the krylon light green. It looks, I kid you not, it looks like mint green. It looks terrible. I posted a picture a really long time ago of me having painted one of those, and I think someone messaged me back because I tried to cover up the fact that it looked so bad by spraying it over with some dark green, because I thought like that would mute the craziness of the mint green. And they were like, dude, it just looks like asphalt. So, you know, be warned. Probably won't kill it on your first try. I hope you do. Whoever's watching this. It's really simple stuff. Spray painting doesn't need to be hard. I say this as this video is probably going to be like 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Hopefully not 20. If it is, I'm sorry. I hope you guys jump through. Please do, actually. I'm sure this video is extremely embarrassing. Yeah, cool. Dark brown, don't want to overdo that and force too much. Just kidding. Maybe one more right there. See that little light tan? As I spray my eyeball. Yeah, so that's, you might think you're done. I know for a fact I can get the other side of this. Hold on one second, guys. Again, just watching. Maybe you can watch the process of it being on the flat. It's a little bit easier to see, hopefully. I hope the lighting is good. And I'll bring this up to show here in a second. I mean, just add, look, see, you can see the bunnies into the log line, and you get a cool shape. Look at that, see, it comes together just like that, you know. How does he do it? I'll tell you how. By not having a life. Yeah, so there you go. Knife, sheath, covered up now. So for the last part of the puzzle here, what we have to do is, this is where I just like to backfill in my work. And so I go with these smaller little dots, because I notice these pop up in multicam a lot. And for whatever reason, I really like it when it's the light tan. You guys might feel a different way about it, and teach their own, these different colors. But I'll just, you know, like that, just little light blobs. It's looking a little shaky there, but don't worry, again, I'm a lefty, so I'm gonna cover up all that. Yeah, just going back through and adding some stuff. Maybe you want to cover up some areas or add some new shapes. I don't know, man. Like, hopefully as you follow along, you're like figuring out your own little way you'd like to do this. Thing I am gonna do here is I'm actually gonna go in with this light green. Little taboo. Cover it up a bit. Cut off some of this tan and shape it. So you can branch your waves of green, your light green out, and add a little bit more to it, you know. I feel like this helps too when you're just trying to like form more of the tan, and it breaks up the pattern a little bit more. But yeah, just some light tans and stuff, and that usually does it for the most part for me. Again, not trying to overthink it or skin this cat like 500 different ways. Again, see, like, just one or two. Maybe I'll do a little vertical one. Follow my own advice and not just do only one direction. Yeah, so, you know, I'm just doing little shapes. And you don't just have to do the dots. I mean, you can do some bunnies. It's really up to you. Like, that's kind of the end product you get. Really straightforward. Again, I'm doing this thing, I just had a surgery on my retina. Because I just need to tell everyone about that. But, you know, I can barely see as it is. And this is all being done by a blind guy, so you can do it too. I have faith. But that just about wraps it up for me. So, thanks again, guys. And check out the finished products. Maybe I really screwed up. Maybe I didn't. Hopefully I didn't. But F sheath, reinforced light. That's it. 4 colors, bunch of shapes, a little bit of time. If you don't know how to tape up stuff, that's on you. Anyways, ciao y'all.